All right, back for another beer review, and today I'm going to be reviewing a beer from BrewDog, and they're out of both Scotland over in the UK and Columbus, Ohio here in the United States, and this is their Piña Playa. So this is a Gose that they are brewing with pineapple, rum extract, and dat coconut. Comes in at 5.2% alcohol by volume and 10 IBUs, and at the time of this review, this can is just over 6 weeks old. So BrewDog, I reviewed one beer from them on the channel so far, and it was their Elvis Juice, which was a grapefruit IPA. That was actually a live trio beer review I did with some of my UK beer tubing friends, Peter of The Clueless Drinker and Craig of Kent Beer Reviews, and we had a great time reviewing it. And that's a really tasty beer. But when it comes to BrewDog in general, for so many years they were imported into the United States from Scotland because their Columbus, Ohio brewery obviously didn't exist. And when their hop forward beers would show up, they would be fresh, 3 or 4 months old, and you really didn't get a good understanding of what they were going for. So I'm quite excited to not only review some of their newer beers, but some of their older beers as well, because now I get the chance to try them relatively fresh, which is great. So this beer specifically kind of worries me because when it comes to pina colada beers, I love trying them. I mean, I love pina coladas in general. You guys obviously know, well, most of you do, that I'm a coconut fiend. So I have to try them, right? But more often than not, they disappoint me. Usually the coconut comes off as like a suntan lotion, and the base beers that a lot of these places use, like IPAs and stuff, it just doesn't work as well as it should. So this one worries me because it says Pina Colada Gose Ale with natural flavor. I'd imagine they have to say that because of the rum extract. But I did see one review of this courtesy of Brad Allison and his wife, and they were digging it. They said that for the most part, there were no suntan lotion characteristics, and they thought it was very refreshing and tasty. So here's hoping that I do as well. So let's crack this open, give it a pour, see what we got going on. Now, when they're talking about this beer, they're on the back here, they have tasting notes and stuff, but basically they do say they're going for a Pina Colada Gose, and that's what they're going for, and I get it. So let's get this in the glass, see what we got going on. Using this Taku. So that pours out a very slightly hazy lemon color. I'd say lemon. Yeah, lemon yellow. Yeah, very slightly hazy, about a 2-finger of a bright white head. But yeah, it kind of looks like, I don't know, like an adjunct lager that's a bit hazier, maybe like an IPL of some sorts. But anyway, let's get a nose on it. There is a faint hit of like a pina colada character underneath. The first thing hit me was like this lemony tartness. But yeah, now I'm picking up the pina colada. There is a slight rum character this one. Using rum extract, I'm hoping they didn't overdo it because I just want a slight rum flavor in this one. But yeah, lemon, kind of like a pithy lemon. Not so much like the juice or the flesh, like a pithy lemon peel type of thing going on. But then there's definitely, some pineapple, some coconut, and it doesn't smell like the suntan lotion variety. And then there's a bit of that rum underneath it. It's not really bold and boisterous. It's just kind of subtle and subdued, which is fine, 5.2%. I don't think that this should be all up in your grill. Probably more of a sessionable Gose they're going for. So yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's get a taste, so cheers. That's pretty nice, not gonna lie. There really was no smell of tartness on the nose outside of from that like lemon peel, lemon pith. But on the taste, there's a slight tartness going on. There's definitely a bit of that salinity there from the sea salt that I'd imagine they're using. I mean, it is a Gose. Everything's very subtle though. I'm definitely getting like pineapple on the sides of the tongue, like in conjunction with that tartness. It's giving me like a pineapple tartness kind of vibe to it. There's a bit of that rum extract in there that's pretty nice. There's a bit of coconut as well, and it isn't of the suntan lotion variety. At least my palate isn't picking it up like that. It does have like a slight, ever so slight toasted coconut quality. What this is very, very drinkable. The body is lighter side of medium body, even to like straight on medium body. It's a little bigger than 5.2. It's not watery, which I'm enjoying. Yeah, definitely not watery. The mouthfeel is ever so slightly creamy, but there is a nice crispness to it as well. Finish is relatively clean. If there's any kind of lingering finish on this one, it's a slight, it's basically the base goes a slight tartness with a bit of that salinity. Most of the flavors from the beer itself are kind of gone. Yeah, I could crush a 6-pack of this. I think I paid $1.89. That was another thing in Brad Allison's review. His wife Jessica, she thought she paid almost $3, and I'm pretty confident I paid $1.89. So I'd imagine, I don't know who's right, I don't know who's wrong. I'm probably wrong because when I bought this, I bought like $125 worth of beer, and I could have swore it was $1.89. Regardless, even if this is $3, if you like pina colada flavors, but you don't want them like, in your face and just bowling you over, you just want something subtle and has nice nuances of the pina colada character, this is the beer for you. It's not overly sour. It's like I said, it's just slightly tart. It's not even sour. It's just a slow, easygoing tartness. So I am going to give Piña Playa from BrewDog. I'm going to give that but give it a solid 4. I was going 3.75, 4. I'm going to give it a 4. I'm enjoying it. This would be a perfect beer for the summertime. The canning day on this was middle of August. We didn't see it until like the middle of September, end of September. I would prefer to see this like early spring, late spring into early summer. And if they do it again, that's when I hope they release it, because this would be something that I would drink quite a bit of. So yeah, that was Piña Playa from BrewDog. I give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's a pretty solid beer. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys. So until next time, cheers.